Hello, divine beings. I'm doing a video on Persephone, the goddess of spring, but also the goddess of the underworld and how to work with her. Now, first and foremost, when you're connecting with Persephone, you have to know the cold hard truth about it. Her story is missaid and mistold. Hades did not abduct Persephone. Persephone chose the path of the underworld. However, I'm going to say the story as it is falsely told. The false story is that Persephone was the goddess of spring, and Demeter, her mom, was the goddess of harvest. And Persephone was one day abducted by Hades, kidnapped by Hades, and was lured into the underworld. This upsetted Demeter because obviously she wasn't with her daughter. And because of this, Demeter started to kill all the crops, all the harvest, which would lead to no life on earth. Zeus was afraid of this and had to make a deal with Demeter, Hades, and Persephone. The deal was that Persephone would only show up for half time of year, and then she would be in the underworld back with Hades for half time of the other year, meaning that we would have spring and summer where Persephone's out and about, and fall and winter where Demeter is mourning the loss of Persephone, where there is no leaves, where things are not harvesting, all right, where things are not fertile. And this is how we get the difference of seasons. However, the story is mistold because when I've connected with Persephone myself, Persephone made it known very clear from the beginning that she chose the path of the underworld, that she wanted to find fullness, that she did not just enjoy being the goddess of spring, that she felt like there was more to her existence than just being a maiden of happiness and glamour. She also wanted to learn boundaries through the dark side. She also wanted to learn how to be a warrior goddess through the dark path. She wanted to learn how to find her dark side as well. And what Persephone teaches a practitioner who is connecting with her is how to be in that marriage between light and darkness, between the world of peace, joy, sunlight, spring, but also the underworld. Our own inner underworld as well needs to be explored and investigated. So when you're connecting with Persephone, you're understanding the difference of light and darkness and when to embody both light and darkness. There is a time and place to be fun, easygoing, loving, nurturing, and caring as Persephone can be. But as we know, good does not just exist on this planet, so does evil. And in order for us to be able to be good with our boundaries, to assert ourselves, to make sure that we are protected, that we are shielded, that nobody takes advantage of our kindness, of our light, that is when our dark side needs to show up for divine protection. There is no need to be in battle with dark and light. It is just understanding how to administrate your darkness responsibly and also your light responsibly. Because when the light is not without boundaries, and the light ends up being too giving to the wrong people, and it could want to see the good in everything and everyone, but not everybody has good intentions. You can come to people with kindness, but not everybody has an agenda of kindness. Some people have an agenda of malice, and this is where the dark side comes in to teach the light, to show the light how to restrict itself, how to not be so giving, and also how to defend and protect itself if somebody is coming in with offense. Now, if the darkness is too free, then this can lead to chaos, this can lead to rage, this can lead to having to fight every single battle. And we don't need this all the time. So this is where Persephone comes in. And when Persephone is coming in for you, it's about understanding how to assert yourself without feeling like you're going to sacrifice your own light. This is really the energy of the dark divine feminine, but specifically the dark divine feminine in her maiden state. There is the three stages of the divine feminine, and this is the maiden, which is the youth, it's beauty, it's fun, it's lust, it's play. The mother, which is caring, which is nurturing, which is giving. And the crone, who is the all-knowing divine feminine, who has experience. So when you're working with Persephone, you get some of the fun stuff here. This is about connecting with your sensuality as well, with your sexuality in a way that is uncompromising, that is unrestricted. This is where you allow your sensual freedom to be out. And this doesn't need to be given to anybody. This can be for yourself. This can be you doing beauty magic for yourself, glamour magic for yourself, feeling good in what you wear, feeling good in who you are, feeling good in your self embodiment. Persephone is also creativity and creative self expression. So if you're an artist, Persephone might come into your path to say, hey, like, don't be afraid of your voice. Don't be afraid of what people will think of your voice. Be out there, be fun, be yourself, let loose, be free, be unrestricted. Persephone really can show you that balance of, I enjoy that like pop music, but I'm also gonna be in my rocker stage. Like, if that's an example or a metaphor I'm trying to give. Like, Persephone shows you how to have fun, and the fun is gonna be there. But the minute that fun is like being compromised by other people in a way that's intentionally negative. So let's say, for example, people who are judging you, people who are making you feel bad about yourself, people who are just like giving you hostile energy. And then Persephone's like, okay, now it's time to shut this down. This is where you assert yourself, or this is where you don't care. This is where you don't identify with people's pain, because sometimes in that light stage, we can want to nurture everybody, take care of everybody, but there comes a time where we need to have balance with our compassion and realize, yo, some people's projections do come from pain, but it is not our stuff to heal for them. We have our own life to live, and that's what Persephone is here to show you. Persephone is here to put you in that maiden state. If you're here to have some fun dating in the dating world, Persephone will show you how to have fun being single, how to assert yourself, how to feel confident in your beauty, and how to be confident in your femininity. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. It's just about understanding your own feminine side, because everybody has both, right? So if you're trying to petition to Persephone, there's a bunch of different candles you can use. You can use black and red if you're trying to really tap into your seductive energy, to your own internal seduction. And there's nothing wrong with seduction, y'all. Seduction has been criticized, but seduction is self-celebration in a lot of ways. When you find yourself to be seductive, that means that you find yourself to be magnetic, that you find yourself to be of value. You can light these candles to feel good about yourself. You can light these candles for beauty spells. She can help you with beauty magic, glamour magic. You can light these candles for confidence as well. Persephone does have a wrathful side, so if you need to shield yourself, you need to shut anything down, then you can light a black candle for just shutting down any negative energies, or a red one to activate or initiate any warrior energy within you, so that you can be ready to assert yourself in whatever way you need to. Persephone can also take green candles when Persephone is in her light form, and the green candles can be for friendship, abundance, joy, and creative inspiration. Persephone, you when you're working with her, don't be surprised if you dance a lot, if you dance to a lot of like sexy music. Like, the song that she always makes me play is Man Eater by Nelly Furtado, Houdini by Dua Lipa. It's very much seductive music, and seductive energy is powerful energy. So this is about being comfortable with that, yo. If you sometimes feel uncomfortable in your sensuality or your sexuality, Persephone will come in and say, yo, don't feel bad about that. The other thing that I would say with Persephone is that it's really about like also self-protection. I mentioned that before, but I'll give you my example of when Persephone started coming to me. I've been really embodying more lighter energy recently. I've been wanting to get out of that shadow energy, and Persephone told me, like, look, like, there's a time and place to still go back to the shadows. There's a time and place to do some cord cutting, to do some heavy duty protection, to do some reversal work. And that's stuff that I prefer to honestly sometimes not dabble into. When it comes out, it comes out. But I like to be in my light state. I like to have fun. And I felt like doing those types of works would compromise my light. And Persephone's like, no, like, these are two different energies that you can always move between. These are two different energies that you can embody. And it true spiritual mastery is knowing, like, okay, when am I going to use light? When am I going to use my darkness? When am I going to use this or that? Now, if you want to give some offerings to Persephone, flowers all the way. If you're tapping into her seductive state, then red flowers would be ideal. Red carnations would be ideal. You can Give her amber incense as well, jasmine incense, jasmine perfume as well, vanilla perfume. She loves the sweets. You can have skulls in her altar, fruit in her altar. She really loves pomegranates. I know that pomegranates have been seen as a bad symbol because it's Hades' seductive abilities, but Persephone chose the pomegranate. The truth is that Persephone wanted to be in the underworld. Persephone wanted to embrace her dark divine feminine, and they changed the stories, y'all. Y'all know how patriarchy works. They changed the stories because they don't want you to tap into your own dark divine feminine or your own dark divine masculine. They want to lead you away from that. And with Persephone, you're getting all the truth. You're getting the truth of who she is. You're getting the truth of her story and her truth with her love for Hades. Persephone is very much about whoever's ruining the fun has to go. So pomegranates are good offerings for her. Flowers are good offerings for her. I mentioned the scents that are good for her. Pastries are good for her. Red wine all the way is good for her. I would also say to connect with her, it's good to be out in gardens during the springtime as well. Gardens would be a really nice place to be at. You can pour a small libation of wine over there for her. You can journal with her. She's very much about self-love as well, and where you need to let go of imposter syndrome, where you're maybe being too attached to what people are saying or thinking about you. Persephone can also be contacted, and this is only if you want to. Make sure you have protection for the cemeteries. Cemeteries are a place where you would find Persephone and Hades. If you go with respect. Go during the time of spring where all the flowers are out, because that's when she will be there. And you can leave fruit offerings there. You can leave wine offerings there. Of course, just be careful and make sure that you're going in with some black obsidian. Wear black, call upon her, call upon Hades for protection so that when you do go, there's no negative energies upon you. That's why it's good to give offerings to her when you're there, because she'll make sure that when you're walking there, you're walking protected. Persephone teaches you timing, the importance of divine timing and stillness, because hey, it's not spring every day, and she teaches you how to enjoy every season and every moment and to work with the cycles of nature. She will help you connect with Gaia, help you connect with grounding, help you with your healing, help you with letting go of any outside energies that temper with your self-esteem, your self-perception, and she will make sure that that confident badass person that's in you comes out, is unraveled, is revealed and shown, and she will show you how to be unapologetic, uncompromising. Persephone can show up in two different manifestations again. So she could be in her light side, and you might see her embodying white colors. She could be wearing a white dress, and she could be with flowers around her. But Persephone also has a dark side, and this you will see in scarlet red or black, and that is when she's trying to show you how to be comfortable with your darkness, how to understand that with darkness, there's preservation. Think about it as creating a gate around the garden and making sure that the garden is tended to by cutting out crops that are not necessary there, and making sure that there's protection in the garden so that if anybody's trying to pick away any flowers or pick away anything that is of yours, that you're harvesting, that you're growing, that it's not done. So Persephone teaches you that even the dark side is connected to abundance, because it's connected to perseverance, to protection, and to ensure that everything around you is safe and with structure. All right. So that's a little bit on Persephone. I do offer spirit guide readings. I also offer Goetia demon readings if y'all are interested in that. I also offer Akashic record readings, tarot readings if you're interested in that. And yeah, if you have any questions about connecting with Persephone, please let me know in the about below. Taurus season is a good time to work with her as well, because that's when if you're somewhere that has the 4 seasons, that's when things really start to blossom. So I would say Taurus season would be a good time to connect with her, give her offerings. You can have an altar for her inside or outside, because again, she is spring. She is the goddess of spring. Lastly, I will be offering a spell very soon, a community spell for Persephone during the Taurus new moon. So if you're watching this on April or May 2024, then check that out. Be on the lookout for that, all right? If you want to follow me on Instagram, how to do so is on the about below. I post more about my personal and private life there, so check it out. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. I appreciate y'all. And I'll definitely do more Persephone videos. I want to do a Persephone ritual video and candle magic with Persephone. So be on the lookout for that, all right? I'll do a Hades video too soon, all right? Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. See you on the next video.